In this video, we are going to discuss fill in the blanks, which is one of the questions of listening that tests your ability of listening as well as writing. So for listening, of course, you have to listen and understand the word, and for writing, you have to write the word in the correct grammatical form and with correct spelling. If you make a spelling error or if you write the wrong grammatical form of the word, you would not get any score in this section. So how this section should be done? Let's have a look at some of the strategies we can use for the exam. So first thing is listen and note. Use the 3 words technique for this. If you're wondering what is this 3 words technique, what you do in this technique is you just focus on the 3 words before the gap and try to think about the words which will come after this. So what you do is whenever the speaker reaches those 3 words, you quickly note down those words on the erasable notebook, and then you jump to another group of 3 words before the next gap, and you keep doing this until you reach the end of the recording or end of the question. Now once the recording is over, you read the sentence containing the gap and fill the gap with the correct word. And while doing this, you think about the spelling, whether the word should be in the singular or plural form, whether it should be a verb in past or present form, or whether it could be any homophones which is pronounced in the same way but is spelled in a different way. And this is how you do these questions. Let's have a look at some other things we need to keep in mind while doing this section. Now, as I told you that every time you are filling the gap, you are also being tested for your writing skills, which means you should think about the grammar and the logical possibility of the answer there. So every time you are filling in the gaps, that's why I said that read the sentence containing the gap to make sure that you are filling the word in the proper form so that it is making sense. Or in any case, if you feel like this word does not make any sense here grammatically as well as logically, then think of the other possibilities that you could use. In order to understand this better, let's have a look at another slide. So if you look at these 2 sentences, what do you think is wrong with them? You might pause the video now and think about it before you go to the next section. In the first sentence, you may have heard the word physic, but then think, would physic would be the right word here? Because the word physic itself is spelled as Q-U-E at the end, not with C, and that physic actually means your body. But that would not make any sense, logical sense in the first sentence. So although there is a word physic, that would not make sense here. So most likely you heard the word physics in a wrong way. And the word natural would not fit grammatically. Laws of nature would be a proper grammatical form of the word. And in the second sentence, if you have written physics try, remember physics, although this word ends with S at the end, it is actually a singular word. So you should use a singular verb, not try, but tries. And similarly, after and, describing would be violation of a rule of parallelism. So you need to change this word into the first form and make it describe. So these are the things you have to keep in mind, but where can you build the skills required for doing this question? As I told you, spelling is very important, and very often they use these words which are likely to be misspelled by the non-native speakers. And they also use the words that students usually confuse with. For example, further and farther, or effect and affect. These words not only sound similar but also can be confusing even if you're trying to think logically and grammatically. So I suggest that you go to the skill building section of listening and go through the article where I'm discussing about the most commonly misspelled words with some memory devices and most commonly confused words with some examples. This will help you in understanding the meaning of these words and understand where to use them in the given context. I hope you have learned something through this video and have a happy preparation time.